Good morning, and it is a very good morning here in the UK. Funny, I always mention the weather first because that's what we Brits do. I haven't been online for a couple of days, so I'm going to have to go to the Atomic Shop and download my freebies. Yeah, very nice day. As I say, we Brits, all we ever do is talk about the weather, so I thought I'd mention the weather first. Bit of a strange title, this one, seeing as it contains Scouts banner, never use those. Seeing as it contains a gameplay, as usual, Fallout 76. Still nobody's telling me whether they want me to play anything else, so I'll just carry on playing this for the moment. Oh, what's happened here? My phone's messing about. Ooh, peculiar. Well, I've got my phone linked here, so I'll get rid of that. Right, okay. I've got my phone linked here, so I'll get rid of that. Right, okay. I've got my phone linked here, so right, okay. Just when you think you've sorted everything out, something else comes up. Sorry, excuse me there. Right, so yeah, what was I saying? Weather, yeah, we've done that. British, yeah, moan about the weather, yeah, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, the title of the video. Obviously I play games on the stream, and it's not for a living, but I do play them on here for entertainment purposes and a hobby. But I've been watching loads of videos, and I always do watch loads of videos. And it just struck me suddenly the other day how similar all games are, and the fact that they call it the games industry is not surprising because it's exactly what it is now. I shall explain a bit more when I get going on this. Ooh, a little jump to start off with. Now, you will no doubt be pleased to hear that after the shenanigans and fun and games of the last few episodes, I've actually got fully functioning and fully repaired ultrasight armour. And there it is in all its splendour. Now, the last few videos you watched me trying to get ultrasight enough to repair this. I've already had it for ages, but you can see it's in a nice shade of blue camouflage, which is excellent. And it looks quite the same when you're out of it. Anyway, yeah. So I've got my ultrasight armour. I'm a bit all over the place at the moment, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm watching these videos, and it struck me that because the games industry is exactly that, because it's an industry, there's very little creativity anymore. And what makes me say this is the fact that all games are pretty much the same. Before you start shouting at me and saying no they're not, they are pretty much. If you go to play a game, let's just say you want to play a new AAA game. I'm going to do that. Say you want to play a new AAA game, you go out and buy your AAA game, and it hopefully doesn't turn into a total dud, as with a certain Lord of the Rings derivative game recently. So you've got your AAA game. And 9 times out of 10, the mechanics in that game are going to be exactly the same as every other AAA game. Take for instance Assassin's Creed, which is one of my favourite games ever. So you get into your Assassin's Creed game, and it's all about stealth and parkour, which is already off and running. It's all about stealth, parkour, and all that sort of thing. And all of a sudden, they bring out another one, and that other one is nothing to do with all that stealth and parkour stuff. All of a sudden, it's become an open world fetch-a-thon. I hope anyone who's played those games will know what I mean. Basically, it's become an open world game where you have to just keep doing these endless quests. Two down there, just one. The only reason I'm coming down here is because I'm going to get some more ultrasite ready for when this armour needs repairing. It looks like I'm too late. The headshot usually works. Yeah, all of a sudden it's become just the same as Far Cry, as I'm trying to think of a few examples now. Yeah, basically it's just become the same as everything else. And you start thinking, well, you know, why do you make such a big deal about games when they're all pretty much the same gameplay? And when I say gameplay, I'm talking about obviously the mechanics of the game and they're similar. I'm trying to come up with some examples while I'm playing, obviously, so bear with me. But there usually two of those. Shows how often I've done this now, isn't it? No, it's just one at the moment. Okay, so for instance, let's just say that the basic game these days is going around collecting stuff in order to craft, which is fine. Shooting enemies and picking up stuff off them to craft, which is fine, or sometimes pick up gold or whatever. And all this is okay, there's no problem with that, but it's the same in every game now. Fallout to a certain degree is as much to blame. However, I think the premise of Fallout is a lot better. Straight away, it's from Ultrasite. In that you're picking up junk basically. It's not all about gold, and because everything's sort of. What brought this on was I was watching Menus There Came Sam this morning, and the Final Fantasy 16, brilliant game, very very technically well done. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You pick up gold, you pick up stuff to craft. That's where there's two. There's two in here somewhere. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same. Has to be said. Basically, any game that you pick up is going to be a similar situation. The only differentiation between them now is graphics and the story, and the story is getting much thinner. Now, Final Fantasy, I will say, is different from what I've seen. Final Fantasy has got an enormous story, and they keep adding to it all the way through. And this is one of the things that started me thinking about this morning, because what they've done is, from what I've seen, Sam is halfway through the film, or halfway through the story already, and he's still getting prompts to say this is a new mechanic. So they're adding mechanics right the way through, and they don't all sound exactly the same as other mechanics that I've played in other games. So I mean, if I was going to recommend a game now, it would probably be Final Fantasy 16. And to a certain extent, this is what worries me about Starfield. It's a great game, I'm sure, but is it going to be more of the same? It won't be a major disaster if it is, but there's just very little creativity. The only games recently that I've seen that have got, there's a nice hidden bit, that have got any kind of creativity in them are independent games, and independent games are few and far between. And when they have got, when they are independent games, then they tend not to have the finances to create great graphics and so on. So it's, again, you have a choice between creativity or big buck graphics. And the other thing, of course, is loot boxes. We needn't go into those in great detail, we all know what they are. Loot boxes are a pain. And this game is as much to blame as anything else. I mean, you're constantly reminded that if you don't have Fallout first, which I don't, and I wouldn't, then you're not likely to do very well. You have to keep grinding the game. And that's why I'm coming on here doing the same thing all the time. Hello, Calcom. Yeah, Black Flag was pretty good. Yeah, Calcom's just made a very good point there. Either the game is brilliant, or we never see the light of day because they never come out. I mean, I'd love to think that Starfield is going to be a great game, and I want to play it and all that sort of thing. But given what we've had over the last few years, there's a chance that A, it's going to be rubbish and buggy and a load of crap, or B, that it's never going to see the light of day, or it's going to keep getting delayed. There doesn't seem to be any in between there. I think the last decent Assassin's Creed game I played was Unity, and even that wasn't fantastic. It really wasn't. But it's gone like a long way from the Assassin's Creed, the original Assassin's Creed games. It's really got far from its roots. Yeah, hopefully this should be a bit of luck. Yeah. Usually there's a bit of ultrasonic here, but it's gone. Someone's been here before me. Right, we'll go in that way then. Only came down a bit. Oh, good. Good, shot him through the floor. Yeah, so the last Assassin's Creed game I played was one of the older ones. When I say Assassin's Creed, the last Assassin's Creed game I played of the old type. The new ones I played Valhalla and well, all three of them actually, but they were just basically a version of Far Cry. They were just basically the same game as just 1,001 others. Got a creature around here somewhere. Let's check that in. I think I'm going to get out because I don't think there's an awful lot left in here for me. I only came to get a bit of ultrasound anyway. There's usually some down here, but that's gone missing as well. This is where you get all the rads. Is there some ultrasight over here? Oh, I don't. Oh yeah, there's still a bit there. Perhaps we still got some then. Blimey, that was a fight and a half. Oh, loads of stuff. Right, okay. Probably over encumbered. Yeah, what a surprise. I've been doing some more thinking about Starfield anyway, and to be quite honest, I think there's a good chance. Oh, I'm shooting at what here? There's someone else joining me there. Oh no, they're fighting each other. Right, let's take advantage and nip over and get that ultra sight then. And then get out of it. That was nice and nifty. Well, we knew that was going to happen, didn't we? Dear me. Anyway, it gives me a chance to shut up, to stop playing 5 minutes and talk to you. I'd like to believe Starfield's going to be different. I really would, but it looks like it's going to be pretty much more of the same. It will be Fallout in space, and the only saving grace that it's going to have is if it has fantastic graphics. If that's the case, it might just end up being a good game. On the other hand, if it's not got the good graphics, if it's buggy, then it's going to be worse than anything before it. We all know Fallout 76 had a very rocky start when it first started. It was just completely useless basically as a game. And there's a chance Starfield's going to go the same way, although I'd like to think that Bethesda have learned some lessons from Fallout 76 on the launch. So yeah, I mean, I think we've got to, whether I went on. I'm sorry about this, but I'm covering ground here. It's been a long week. I've had a bit of the sore throat and everything that I had last week got worse, and it's been a bit of a bad week. But loot boxes. I mean, this game has got Fallout first, and you can buy stuff obviously from the store. And to give them their due, they do give you free stuff. And they also give you atoms for doing various missions, which means you can, I suppose, win the game without really sort of dipping into your pocket. But having said that, obviously they do have loot boxes in the fact that you can buy stuff with real money. Not loot boxes, you can buy stuff with real money, and that is what I'm getting at. I mean, I would never do that to win a game. I'm just not that dedicated to a game that I would, or not that dedicated to winning that I would pay to do it. Not to mention the fact I haven't really got enough money to do that. So what's going on here today? It's a bit weird. This one. I don't know what I'm doing this for, because there's nothing in there. But what worries me is when you're doing like the gambling. I mean, at least when you buy something from the store, unless it's a package of materials or a package of I don't know quite to put this, an unknown quantity that you're buying. Unless it's not known what you're actually getting, then that's a bit of a gamble, and therefore you come under gambling as is being done in other countries, and in this country as far as I know. So as long as you know what you're buying, that's fine. I mean, Fallout first, at least you know what you're getting. You're getting the ability to more or less never get unencumbered, because you can scrap everything on the field, in the field, and as I say, you know exactly what it is that you're letting yourself in for. What really bugs me is when people sell stuff that it can be anything. It is, to a certain extent, legalised gambling. I'm picking all this stuff up and I've no idea why, because I'm going to have to drop half of it to get out of it. But anyway, all I really want to do is try and come down and kill this creature down there. As soon as I started the job, that's a mad away. To me, a game should be about play. It should be about fun, and when you start paying, that's when it becomes boring. this Marlow King on the point of killing. Down here somewhere, I imagine. There's me dead stuff. I mean, I don't mind admitting this game would be so much easier for me if I could just go on the put my tent up, my Fallout first tent, and just scrap everything there and then. But I can't. I've got a scrap kit actually, which I can use. I forgot about that. Here it is. Well, I nearly got him. It would be so much easier if I could do all that, but I'm not prepared to pay. I mean, I pay a TV subscription because my wife likes Netflix. She likes all the girly films on Netflix, and I like a few of the bits and pieces they do, but not so much. Well, I pay for monthly for various bits and pieces in my house, but I shouldn't be paying to win games. And to a certain extent, I know I'm waffling today, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about this recently. And to a certain extent, if you have to pay to win a game, then you're not really a gamer, to my way of thinking. Take as for instance, let's just say that you can pay to do Fallout first. So basically you're never over encumbered, so there's no challenge in trying to race across the country over encumbered to try and get to a workbench. Basically you've got the advantage there. There are several other, I haven't got Fallout first, so I don't know exactly what all the advantages are, but so you've got the advantages there, you've got various other advantages which you're willing to dole that money for. And at the end of the day, some of the challenge has gone. Quite a bit of the challenge has gone. What's rattle hands is I'm quite interested to know. Not much more Radaway this time. I do seem to loot using a lot of this stuff in here. So I've got to go and build some more up later on. I'm going to try and kill this Marlow King. If I don't do it this time, then I'm just going to leave it and go and do something else. You get to keep all your ultrasight anyway. So. And I mean, I've known some games where basically pay to win is God mode. There are some games out there that don't fall into the loot box thing. I mean, some games like indie games don't fall into that. I mean, there was a couple like Dark, D-A-R-Q, which was totally original concept to me. I've never come across a game like that before, and they did nothing with loot boxes at all. They were few and far between. I might try and kill this Marlow King one more time, if not I'm getting out of it. I'm still over encumbered with whatever I've got anyway, so I should go down here. I just don't see the point in giving yourself an advantage over everybody else by cheating, basically. That's why I see it as cheating. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should think, you know, if you've got the money to do it, fine, but it still feels like cheating to me. What's killing me now? Right, can we do this king thing? Around here somewhere. afraid I've got very cynical about games that have been. So many games have been pre-released, you pre-order them and you get them and they're absolute rubbish. I mean, obviously Gollum is the one that springs to mind, to be honest. But so many games are like that now that I'm just never going to pre-order a game. Oh. Right, well I said I was going to give it one more go and I have. I've still got the Ultra Sight, so I'm getting out of here. Which means I've got to do some. Those Mirelurk Kings are just too much for me. I suppose I could put power armor on, but it's costing me too much in Radaway for a start. Right, let's have a look at the weapons and drop some weapons. Right. Shoulder, how come? Oh no, one always keep. Right, so I'll drop that. 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 He's trying to drop cold shoulder, and I want cold shoulder. Go there. I'm going to drop that definitely. Too much weight in that, and we're already down to 341. I suppose, if I'm honest, I would love to have the money to be able to do to buy my way through the game. I really would. But it would still feel like cheating. Well, we'll do something different in a minute because I'm fed up with that place now. I just want to get some Ultra Sight basically because I know my arm's going to need repairing at some stage and I would like to have the stuff to do it. I also ran out of ammo on my fixer. Hello, Timmy. No, I don't have emergency protocol, but I'll have to work out on that one later on. I was too busy putting blue paint on it. I like the blue camouflage. Just go and scrap a few bits. I must admit I did quite a bit offline. Last week just to try and get the junk which we dropped it on. Just to get all the bits and pieces I needed for the armour. Yeah, the Scorch Blitz Queen's my enemy, my total enemy. Yeah, okay, I'll have a look at that, mate, definitely. At the moment, I'm just pleased to have the Ultra Sight armour. Talking of which, I'm keeping the armour you gave me well repaired. I'm repairing it up every time I come offline now. I'll just double check, it's pretty much repaired. I think I did it, yeah, did it a while ago, so it's all pretty much in good order. Hank PA heavy gunner. Never thought about heavy guns before. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. Again, I mean, I'm just used to doing the stealth thing now, so maybe we could give that a try. Usually in conjunction with that, so I'll probably do quite well. I presume you need a minigun or something like that. But again, I'll look into that online later on. Launchers. Okay, do that. Presumably I can do a heavy gun, minigun, yeah. Let's just have a look and see what I need. Oh, gunsmith rank 5. Oh, okay, so I need to look at that.
I don't believe in law, crusade, or any of that. But I do know that I will have
You give me so much to think about when you come online, mate. I'll have to have a look online and see what I've got a copy of the chat anyway, so I'll have a look on YouTube later on.
Feel good that
At the moment, I've just come on to have a play around because it's been a hard week at work actually. I must admit I've been feeling quite ill this week, and yeah, I've not been too good at all. So I'm just on here to do a bit of relaxing today. How's Gap can go? Interesting. That. Store all junk. I don't think I've got any, but there you go. And that should take us down to 309. Right. Now I'm going to go back to my go-to fixer. Which one do I want? The automatic or the R875? R833, so I'll go with that one. Okay. I've been doing a few events as well. Sorry, just reading through all the chat here, so bear with me. Yeah, okay, well I'll have a look at all that on YouTube later on anyway. I've got plenty of time today because the missus is off at work and I'm just messing around. Right, have we got any events going on? What's this one? A1. Okay, we'll give it a go. I'll be interested to know if you guys have got any thoughts on Starfield, because the more I think about it.
Patriotic citizens, this is Sergeant Gutsy ABA-1. A United States Army convoy has been attacked. Send authorities and able-bodied individuals to the Robco Research Facility.
Alright, bear with me a second.
ABA-1 out.
This guy, okay.
Our convoy was en route securing important prototype robotic armament when we were attacked by protesters, hippies, and saboteurs.
Hippies.
These bots are crucial military hardware.
I don't know when.
And must be recovered before they fall into enemy hands. Use the button in the truck to activate the emergency recall beacon.
It's attacking me already.
Think about it. I don't have much time left before I need to power down again. The bots are wandering the nearby countryside. No doubt got their screws knocked loose during the ambush. Be warned. They are extremely dangerous.
There we go again. What was it I was saying? You know, if I'm being attacked by these robots straight away, God help me. Oh yeah, Starfield. Yeah, because we've had a good week or two to digest now the trailer, which is got to push the button. We've had a week to discuss the trailer now, and it should. Oh, so I get so carried away in these.
I'm shutting down to preserve power and prevent my internal processes from further frying themselves. Here I am now. This is your moment to show Uncle Sam what you've got. Good luck. Stay strong.
Yeah, so are you still as keen on Starfield, all of you, or did you not like the idea anyway? My personal opinion, as I said before, is the chances are I'm not going to, certainly won't pre-order it. I'm certainly going to, as I said many times in videos, I'm going to wait until such time as I'm sure it's a brilliant game and I'm sure it's going to be wonderful and all that sort of thing before I actually go around and get around to ordering it. So I'll be watching a lot of gameplay videos.
Someone who needs me to kick their ass?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to believe it's going to be a fantastic game and it'll be a game that can be played forever, but there's no mention of, or so far as I would know, there's no mention of multiplayer. And that's one of the reasons I play the game, is for multiplayer, basically. And to talk to lovely people like you. They just seem to be standing here, watching me. There we go. Legendary. Yay, finished it. Right. Destroy robots with a rifle. Lovely. Ow. I think the van's blown up. Zealot, sturdy, riding white arm. And we go up a level as well. I see this, to be honest, I mean, you guys are obviously, you've played this game for a long time and you're pretty au fait with the whole thing and level this, that and the other, and I'm down on level 128 and I'm just playing basically as a casual, so. Well, I'm not over encumbered, so let's go and have a look and see. I'll go back to do some scrubbage. Oh, another one, what's this? Oh, defense, I don't know if that's just basically, yeah, it's yeah, not getting involved with that. I'm interested, I'm just reading the comment over again there, Zibby, you said you never have to worry about ammo. Why would that be? Why don't you have to worry about ammo with the heavy gunner? Do you have to have a perk card to do that, or is it just a part of the build that you always seem to have ammo? I can see the games you have to evolve, because I've just got, I mean, you put me in the way of doing VATS build with Bloodied and all the other bits and pieces, and I'm used to doing that now, and I'm looking maybe to explore other builds, obviously make it more interesting for you guys when I do play the game. So I'll need to know how to do all that, but I'm just interested in how that particular build never runs out of ammo, because as you all know, one of my big problems is I'm always running out. I can't really smelting of ultrasite at the moment. I keep forgetting to use that scrap box that I've got. Never mind. Right, also, let's go to the scoreboard. I seem to remember I just opened up another claim thingy, whatchamacallit, stamp. What do stamps do? Others in it. Oh, legendary module, okay. Right.
A stranger isn't a stranger anymore at all. I don't believe in love or fate or anything. But I do know that
Let's have the weapons bench. I've got some legendary modules, see if there's anything I can do with any of these. That's already 1 star. Can't do any others. That's a 3-star. Polarise is 1 star. Can I do anything on that? Nope. Slugbuster and Fix for all 3 stars anyway. That's fine. Okay now. Let's see what we can build on here. Do a minigun, which is missile launcher, machine guns, pipe guns, stone pipe guns, throwing guns. So all I can do by the looks of it is a minigun at the moment. I did have, or I picked up a couple of times Gatling guns and stuff like that. Mission in the dark one, where is that? Oh, it's so I need to get the gunsmith up before I can do a lot. Okay.
I never imagined that I would share a home with.
Not a lot going on events-wise this morning. One up there that's defending Billy's homesteads. That one she's good done. I could actually try joining a team. Or creating one. Just want to join this one. Right. I'm going to go look around, but there doesn't seem to be an awful lot going on this morning. Perhaps I'm a bit early yet. I'm only going to be doing a couple of hours today because so I've had a bad week this week.
Hello, members. There is a fresh patrol we'd like your help in establishing. Anyone interested should report to the chosen Bond-Stop site. That is all.
One advantage of this is he's right opposite station there.
Disable patrol units during reprogramming. Members. Warning. Hostiles detected.
Just so you guys know that I am taking notice of what you say. It was originally Zibby's idea that I should use ultrasight armour. I was using excavator, which is great if you're mining, but he said that I'll be better off with fighting, for fighting using ultrasight, which really created the last two videos. All I've been doing the last two videos is trying to create a full set of good quality ultrasight. Which is now done.
Eliminate hostiles.
Yeah, I am. It said eliminate hostiles, in case you didn't hear that. So yeah, I do listen to you guys, and I'm trying to play to improve my game. Although it is sometimes difficult to without being able to play on a regular basis.
Eliminate.
Just so you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I am married, so that puts the cramp on things. The computer is in the bedroom. My wife works shift work, so there are times when I simply can't get on the computer. There are other times where I have other things going on. I work part-time 3 days a week. That should kill a few. So really the only days I have to do any streaming is Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and I try and do a stream every day on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. But when I don't have time, because I don't have time to play, I can't straight away take you up on your suggestions. Plus, I mean, I have to put a certain amount of time into. Plus, I have to put a certain amount of time into research what you tell me. For instance, I mean, you're saying about I'm going to have to get the emergency protocols. I've got to research that. I think I've nearly done this now. PA tank heavy gun, I've got to research that. 50 cal, research that. So basically, I've got to do a lot of research before I can actually take you up on your suggestions on this particular stream.
Warning. Danger detected.
And I would like to progress different methods of playing the game. Eventually, I hope, maybe, to start monetising the channel. Not to the extent where I'm going to make a fortune. I never will. But to the extent where maybe I can afford maybe a Fallout first. I still feel like I'm cheating, as I said earlier in the video. But it will be more fun for you guys because I won't always be running around over encumbered like I am at the moment.
Location secure. Initiating patrol.
What will we get for that? Anything good? Stim packs, fusion cell. All back now. Nothing spectacular. Right, so let's go and have a look around the back here and see if we've got. They should have a legendary exchange because I want to get rid of what legendaries I've got. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay, that's that. What have we got here? Some suitcases. Nothing there. box and get rid of all the rubbish. And then go and see. Oh, this is a very dingy station, isn't it? I wouldn't want to go here on a train. Let's go and start the other end today. Not looking so I'm going to get rid of any of them. They don't buy ammo, so we're at 45 and no, nothing there. Okay, so we'll start from this end. What do we always need, apart from ultrasight? Steel, basic fibre. We'll do this. I think I bought some of that for the armour, because I have to repair my armour every so often. No weight there, I don't think. Right, I'm going to buy some Radaway because I'm running a bit short, except they haven't. Oh, it's there. Radaway diluted. Only one, but it'll do. And I'm going to sell some disease cures come in handy. Although I've never really had a disease that's debilitated me in this game. Must be something that's weighing me down. No idea what though, unless it's ammo. We'll soon get rid of that. I like the green tinge on this bit of the game. Right, let's go and have a look at this place up here. Nothing much going on in here. I'm about to start sneezing. One of the reasons that I've been feeling a bit ill this week is because I've had more hay fever attacks. And here we go. Oh dear. That's a bit of a glissy one. Oh, there's plenty of stuff in there, that's why. Okay, that one then. I suppose it is quite original in this game. I mean, most of them don't require you to go around picking up buckets. And despite the fact that it is pretty, there's a lot of mechanics here, which I was talking about earlier as being bog standard mechanics for every game. The actual premise of this game is a lot different. It's not all about zombies or whatever, there are different types of enemies. Some of them quite imaginative, and the whole universe, the Fallout universe, is different. I'm sure I'll find it in a minute. took completely by surprise. Oh, this hay fever's really getting to me this year. Excuse me. I might have to cut this one short, but it carries on like this. My nose is literally terrible. I'd like to, I was saying earlier on that I'd like to get Fallout first eventually, and hopefully if I ever do manage to monetise the channel, then I will do that. But I'd also just like to give it more time. I mean, at the moment it feels like I'm not. I go online as much as I can after work. But I can still only give it an hour or two, especially at my age. I mean, I try not to make a big deal about age, but it is not easy at my age trying to put 2 or 3 hours into a game. One of those dudes with codes. Right, this is where I got killed earlier. Be up there. That's what it is, a barrel. It's a Gatling gun turret thing. Yeah, that. Gatling's on the brain now. Oh, spiral tape, right, okay. I mean, there was a time many moons ago when I would have sat up all night playing games, basically, and I did quite frequently. Up to the early hours of the morning, I'd still be wide awake the next day. Unfortunately, those days are long gone, and I have to consider the fact that I do have to work. As well as other things that are going on in my life. And although I don't mention it very often, I have kidney disease, which basically means my kidneys are failing. So again, that makes you tired. Get over there. Yep, that's the place. Let's go on this bus. Got rid of that. So I thought. I'm going to try this in the ultrasonic arm now, just to see how good this stuff really is. Should give me a bit extra time. Oh, God knows how many of these fusion cores I've got at the moment. This one's not going to last long. I've got 11 now. That's good news. Once again, I'm sorry about all the sniffling. I'm pretty much aware that you guys are all a lot younger than me, and no. What a strange thing to put in a vending machine. Okay. You're all quite a bit younger than me. You probably think I'm just moaning on about age. It really, believe me, when you get to my age, and I'm not even particularly old, it all starts falling apart. Oh, that worked quite well. I'm nearly dead, but it worked quite well. Well, if they're guarding this so well, I want to go and find out why. Get plenty of ammo back anyway. Right, let's see here. Nothing much. Terminal there. Can't get into it. And the toilet, lovely. Not an awful lot here, to be honest. Got some circuits there. Found out the other day from somebody that oh nice. Rat poison contains a lot of lead. I've never really looked at it before, but apparently rat poison contains loads of lead, which is good. Well, I must admit, since they had 2 turrets guarding that's very disappointing. Let's go upstairs, maybe there's something up there. Oh, there's another door over there. How boring is that? It's just a way out. Okay, still try upstairs though. Can't find the way upstairs. Saw some stairs a minute ago. That's a bit. I see these stairs there. There's a toilet. Well, I know I saw some stairs here, so I'm going to find these stairs and if it kills me. Yeah, as regards Scorched Beast Queen, they've got a kind of major enemy at the moment, and I haven't actually taken part in any of those. I'm really going to have to get down to doing that. But like I say, I think I'll be better off with a bigger gun if I'm going to go against Scorched Beast. Single shot just doesn't do it. I know generally the idea is just to tag the Scorched Queen as much as possible. I think is it 1,000 damage you have to do in order to do that? I'm fairly sure it is. One thing I found out about this game which I didn't know is there seems to be an awful lot of I'm not finding these stairs. Oh, there they are. Seems to be an awful lot of mathematics going on underneath the surface of this game. Everyone's talking about 0.0 whatever % chances of drops and all that sort of thing. Oh wow! Even the door's blocked. Let's just make sure we're not. Oh, there's some stairs there. Can we get to them? This must just go to the roof then, I would have thought. Doorway there. That's right, I've got a lock skill. Right, bearing in mind what you guys are saying. Oh, come on, I've been nearly there. Bearing in what you guys are saying, on next, because I do pick up various bits and pieces, so I've got 50 cal, you're saying probably 50 cal is best. That's the go-to. Gatling gun is the alternative long distance single shot, which is more my play style really. And somebody mentioned, I think it was Capcom mentioned, where did I see that? Oh yeah, Gauss Gatling. Okay, well I'll bear all that in mind. If I do take part in various events where I'll pick up various weapons, so I'll keep an eye out for something like that then. Another terminal. Oh, it's a busty one. Okay. Right. Doorway there. Toilet. Fine. They love their toilets in this game, don't they? And we're out on the roof. I love the way that the game provides you with whatever ammo you're using actually. Oh, seems to get a lot of dropped frames at the moment. Maybe it's just a glitch in the system, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. I thought I had power arm on. Oh dear. Why I thought that, I don't know. Now I've got to go all the way back again. Dear me. So, what are your thoughts on games in general? I mean, do you only play the one game, or do you play various games and whatever? I used to play a variation of games, but I just can't get my head around playing different games. At least just playing one game's taking up pretty much all my gaming time now. I would like to play others for the stream so that you don't have to watch the same all the time, but if you guys are happy doing that, then I'm happy providing it. I'm gradually growing a small user base. I mean, I've got I think about 30 odd followers at the moment. I'd love it to be much more than that. But chances are it's not going to be. This is the thing, I mean, in order to grow the channel I will need time to play, and to be honest, there's time just not available at the moment. Well, thank you T-Mac, has completed a quest on my behalf. That's more crap, if you'll pardon the expression. Drive station. Hello?
Leslie!
Not you again.
Come speak to me this instant.
What are you talking about, woman?
Run off without permission again. You must be quite worried, and I cannot even imagine what your parents would think. Ah, Now that I can confirm you are still in One Piece, you may have your designated playtime. In fact, why not, as they say, kill two birds with one stone and go play down by the river. You can collect the samples you need for your upcoming science project for local wildlife.
Oh, okay.
The instructions say you need unique samples of 3 different specimens.
Basic fetch quest there.
And remember, no talking to strangers along the way.
They're talking to strangers. The French accent is sinking. Oh, sorry. Carried away there. Yeah, let's have a look at missions. I haven't done a mission for ages. How have we done? There's nothing left there by the looks of it. Done them all. Yeah, let's do that one. Over encumbered, of course. Right, we need to find the station first, then we do that one, and see how we go from there. Station. There it is. I love a good explosion. Don't know why. Just like doing it. Okay. So that took me pleasantly by surprise. Right, let's get unencumbered, shall we? Oh, come on. Right, just for the fun of it. Don't ask me why, I just like exploding things. Can't help it. It's the way I'm made. Right, station. Try and get unencumbered, and then we can do a mission. It makes a change of just scrounging around for ultrasight all the time. So weird, isn't it? Yep. Right, so we can do a mission. What's this? Load bearing. Yeah, I've got that. I like that one.
All support personnel, proceed with caution.
6 minutes left, okay.
Lunar harvesting and other minor repair duties must be performed in a timely manner to avoid injury.
Well, that's not a very good picture, is it? Here we go. Don't you just love it? Yeah, normally this is a very fast paced thing, but it's not very fast paced today. Oh, Phil, what are you doing, mate? I've done it again. Right, right, get back in there again. God, this is awful today. Doing really badly. Dying all over the place.
Support team proceed to designated collection staff. Reinitialization complete. Beginning mineral harvest.
Well, I say that's deliberate, it wasn't, I just crap basically. I'll go repair this crap.
System restored. Activating collection protocol. Sniffer system engaged. Local mineral deposits documented. Reserve conversation for right area. System restored. Activating collection protocol.
Now these are the sort of ones you get where you get loads of bits and pieces, you have to keep an eye out. And now I've got, oh, it's ultrasonic, that's ultrasonic, have some of that. repair this guy, I suppose.
Rare minerals detected. Error. Collection. Processing.
What happened there? Well, that was fun. Another one. Doing quite well today. Well, for scrap and so on, but not very well for everything else. Can I use somebody else's? Apparently you can. Well, that was that. Must be in the ash heap. Of course we are. So, what else we got here? Big scan on that. Yeah, we're going to go and do this mission, weren't we? That's what we're going to do. Okay. At least we're in the right area. Oh, look at this lot. Blimey. You can't take anything out of them. Look, we didn't know, we knew it wouldn't be that easy, didn't we? Oh, don't I get any? Well, don't seem to get any of that. Never mind. I'm just mining, obviously. Oh, where are we supposed to be going here? There's been mine here somewhere. Must be here. Ah, door out that way. Well, couldn't wait for that one. Oh well. Good start. Lucky we didn't pick up very much. Since the mine's here somewhere, so there's a shaft going down. Ah. Okay. Guess so. No, it's toxic. Nope, can't do anything with that then. Okay, where is this mine shaft? Let's follow this bit and do a search up here somewhere. It says search for evidence of the creature. It's roughly here. Well, this should be ultrasight, but you can't get any of it. Well, I'm used to not being able to do missions, not because I can't find where I'm supposed to be going. It's around here somewhere. go there, we'd die of radiation. Can't go anywhere else. Right, it's at that point again where I'm going to ask you to bear with me. Okay, back again. No, because it's not so dark, we might get away with doing something. Well, it says we're here, but there's nothing around it, so it must be inside. We've got to find the entrance to the mine. Well, this is confusing. Pick those stuff up, probably end up dropping a lot when I die. It's over here. I might be stupid and missing something because I just don't see where I'm supposed to go. It says we're in the right area. I'm just trying to find out where there's... There's a mine entrance here. Over this way. Maybe that's what we're looking for. We're heading away from it. Be another place to look anyway, so we're going to have a look over here. Too far away. I thought it might be another entrance to the same mine, but it's not. We're getting nearer, so we might as well go and find this place. Amazes me that I'm still going around, still finding places. I thought I found everything now. Here's somewhere. Around that way somewhere. And then another one of those things that kills you instantly. Well, that was interesting. Nuka-Cola machine in there. Always a Nuka-Cola machine. Bother with that. It's interesting when you see these things fall to bits. They've got seem to have mechanical parts in them. Right. So it says we're in the mine area, but there's no mine. So maybe not. Nuka-Cola world. If you go there, you're going to die instantly. Yeah, so you die instantly if you go there. Oh, that's abandoned mine shaft 3. I see. So this is taking us to abandoned mine shaft 2, which is there. So obviously whatever it is, we need to go there. Right. Okay, we'll go back there again. I think we just follow the smoke. So I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for, to be honest. That's the problem. I'm sure there is something there that I'm supposed to find, but Your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to look in this building, see what's going on there. Oh, motorbikes, lovely. I'm kind of hoping there might be tool bench, workbench there, but doesn't look like it. Resin, that looks interesting. Nothing else much there. So we're encumbering myself more now. Oh, I thought there was a workbench there for a minute.
It's hard work making a living out here. I got here first. Find some others.
Right, give us a clue. What am I supposed to be looking for? You keep bringing me back to this place and saying you're in the right area.
I'm so glad I finally caught up with you. Congratulations!
Oh, Brighter won the lottery.
Selected to win a fabulous prize from the Great Appalachian Sweepstakes.
So, we've updated our privacy policy. As a monthly prize winner, your name, likeness, and other personal information may be used for publication without your consent.
Have a wonderful day.
I love the way they take the mick out of their own policies. I mean, most companies have got a policy like that. We can screw you over as much as we like, it doesn't matter. Right, so this is the shaft. I'm supposed to be looking for signs. How come they always get like the prize box and never Minerva? I want to know why I don't get Minerva. It must be around this way somewhere. Coffee pot over there. Oh, next door's docked off again. That's it. Rads go up straight away. Look over from an overview up here. What am I supposed to be looking for? Plenty of ultrasonic. Over there, will it? Oh, it's just a dead ramming. Ah. Does that do anything? Oh, this is what we're supposed to be doing then, isn't it? Oh, God. So, look around for other stuff then, similar to that. This over here possibly? No. I just killed them, so right. All in this area anyway. We said about the old site. Try examining that again because that all seems to be part of it. So that's not done it. Okay, so there's something else that we're missing. Found Brahman. What's this? Oh, that's a mole miner. Definitely not round there. Okay, all this ultrasonic, I can't believe it. It did say over there was something over near that truck. Well, it said that we're entering the area, so it could be something around here. There's some runaway going on this stuff. Aid film. It's Aid. Sorted that right, okay. So this seems to be the edge. So going there. And we're in it. Next door dog just barked, scared the living daylights out of me. Toolbox. I'm inside this area all the time, so I'm wondering whether it's up here. There's nothing much up there. Ha! And it still hasn't changed anything. Right, let's put on power. I want to see if that makes any difference to amount of rads I'm taking. I want to see if I can go out there, basically. It looks like there's some stuff on that table out there. A fusion core, that's good news. No, nothing out there. So we're just taking rads for nothing, basically. Got a journal. Just make sure I haven't missed anything on that. Okay, no, nothing spectacular there. So we're still okay at the moment. We're still missing a piece of the puzzle, or 2 or 3 or 4 pieces of the puzzle. We've examined that several times. Playing silly buggers. Examine the Brahmin. The ridiculous thing is that I'm going to have to look this up later on, and I know I'm going to find something stupid that I missed, and it'll be really stupid, something tiny. Could I go this area? I am going to, because again it's not much fun just wandering around, just have a quick look, see if I can find anything here. It makes me laugh actually. What I said earlier about I feel like I was cheating if I bought and bought the Advantage, and here's me looking up on the internet to see what what I need to do next. But I could say I'm doing it for you guys so you don't get bored, but it wouldn't be true. I'm doing it for me so I can find out. To look at the evidence of creature. There is also I've got them already, so I've done the supplies. There's an interactive multi-strike counted on the version of the one-shot pods. Yeah, that's okay. Holotape recording the counter ultra tighten on the latest one versus back against the exterior walls of the lower pod. Right. Right, okay, I wonder if I've already got that. It's a holotape. Right, so I've just dropped a bomb. Hollows. And it's called so we haven't found it yet. But apparently on one down on the pods down here, there should be a body, and I think it's this one up here. on it should be Bearable Weaver. At least we've completed the quest doing this anyway. It should be getting. Oh, what's this one? Should be a body around here somewhere. Against the exterior walls of the lower pod. Well, that's the lower pod. No body apart from me. Ah, is that it? Nothing like his arms slowly down, just going back stronger. There's some sort of monster here, isn't it? So where's this Jack person then? We've done the... I'm just saying, when you can't actually find the thing with the thing on it, on the thing. What's this one? It's a mole miner. That's a mole miner. Oh, he's in. There you go. That's the one we're after.
Oh man, you weren't lying. Wasn't a story. It really is. I'm sitting down here. Thought my mask was broken. Some kind of gas leak was getting in. Then I smelled it. You dumping my damn suit. Sure. I woke up on some of that ore. When I hit it, it wasn't rock. It was fleshy. That noise. Jesus, noise. Thought it was an earthquake till I saw it. Shit! Shit! The wall moved and it had a cloud. Damn near missed my pants. I don't care if that old right stuff is down there. I got bored. Should I?
Oh, hello, sorry, not sorry. I was out of chat room a minute there. I was checking up on how to do this quest. Good to see you.
Get rid of it. I gotta get out of here. I gotta.
Welcome back. We're quite lucky, really. Oh dear, he didn't seem to do very well. We were quite lucky. You know, I've got fibre broadband we're in flat, and we've got fibre broadband, which is pretty damn good. So yes, quite lucky with the old connections here. No, having said that, I mean, you know from previous streams that my connection does drop out occasionally. Very rarely, but occasionally. Yes, yeah, everything is an industry, and that's the thing. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. Creating this has been stifled, and now everything's just churned out. And it seems a production line. A lot of games are just basically, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like a jigsaw. You put it together from various elements, and those elements are pretty much all the same. The mechanics that were new to us and not new anymore, and they're just the same thing over and over and over again. So someone's having fun over there. I think there's we're wandering into a event. But I think that might be over there anyway. That's quite good fun. The Wild West Showdown. I did that once, and it's quite an interesting event. It's not all action basically. Right, I'm going to go back and see Pete in a minute. What I'm going to do first is go and get rid of some of this rubbish. Oh, I see. We're in the middle of a. Oh dear. Bomb drop.
It might be your lucky day. Gotta give the DK to go.
Really? Well, I don't know what to say about that. I have to be careful because every time I get into my ultrasight armour, it ends up coming up on a new bit for scrap purposes. I don't want to scrap it. So that's a bit of a departure, isn't it? Esports. I suppose it gives the nerds a chance. Right, no wonder I'm over encumbered because I'm actually in a power armor suit that doesn't give me any extra power. Don't see Pete first of all, in the midst of this inferno.
I like your face. Hey there.
Hey there.
Found anything with the mine?
Yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately gaming is not something that you tend to make. I was saying earlier on, I'd love to monetize this channel and do this as
I owe you big time. Here. Have my head.
sorry, bear with me a second.
I'll let her know what's going on.
Okay, we've done that, so we complete that one. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I would love to monetize this channel so that I can do this as professional, but there's two things against that. One is that I can't do a lot of streaming. I can usually manage about maybe 3 hours maximum a day, so I mean I wouldn't be able to do what a lot of them do and do like 4, 5, 6, 7 hour stretches. I'm not brilliant at the game, so there's a good chance that I won't be able to I wouldn't be able to offer no-hit runs and all that sort of thing. I just wouldn't be able to do it. So all I can basically offer is letting people see my gameplay and hoping they like it to a certain degree. But yeah, I mean, I am realistic enough now that I couldn't make a living out of this. I'll be happy just to make enough money so I could spend it on Fallout first and maybe get into gaming on my Xbox. Sorry, get streaming on my Xbox again. Just to put some money back into the channel. I really wouldn't want to make a living out of it, but there's a lot of kids who think, oh yeah, I'm a gamer, I'm great, I'm going to do well, I'm going to do brilliant. It's few and far between. It's a cutthroat world like any other. I can't see that a university doing anything about it is going to help them. Right, I'm going to go to another station. I'm going to go to this one. No, not Welsh, don't go there. Why not go back to my camp again? It's free. An old joke about Jewish people, but I can't. Oh, over encumbered still. How does that work then? What am I over encumbered with? I might find out, I suppose, if I've got any. All of this power armor would have protected me against all this radiation. Oh, I've got super sleds, that's why. Oh, and of course, yeah, we're still in the power armor, so we haven't got the carry weight. Right, let's see where the nearest exit. We're right, but if we keep going the same direction we're in, we should be out of this soon anyway. And I can get out of my power armor and decide where the next mission is. Yeah, I've watched Sam for quite some time. As I say, I can't praise the guy enough. I really can't. He was the reason I started streaming, or one of the reasons. I wanted to do what he does. And we've got to get out of here. So yeah, I mean, I did sort of mention about, you know, or somebody mentioned about doing streaming, and he mentioned a couple of things. One of which was he did. If you look on his website, if you look on YouTube, you'll see some recordings he did where he actually had a cam running, and apparently he didn't like that idea because I don't know why he didn't. I mean, he seemed alright to me, but he stopped using a cam. And the other thing was, seems we've got out of the way of that. The other thing was that you're right, he only does recordings. Yeah, so maybe stop doing anything on Twitch. I haven't been able to find him. I did look on Twitch when I first started doing this to see if he was there, but I don't think I found anything. No, I think you'll find it's exclusive to. Let's get out the power on. I think you'll find it's exclusive to recording and uploading to YouTube, which is why when I finish my God, what brain today. When I finish my streams, I straight away send them over to YouTube as well. That way I'm building up 2 channels. I'm building up the Twitch channel, and then if necessary I can go and do what Sam does. Basically just record. Trouble with recording is you use a lot of hard drive space, you need a lot of time for editing and so on. I mean, this is just something that I do for fun at the moment. Again, it all comes down to if I had the money, if I could monetize my my channel to a certain degree, then I would probably, you know, upgrade the hard drive and everything, and just, or even maybe even buy a new gaming computer. But I think it's just going to have to remain a hobby with me. Having said that, as I say, Sam got me into this, so yeah. That's some food. Just in case anyone's watching, they don't know, Sam is a YouTuber, and he does a lot of recordings. He records virtually and uploads daily. And at the moment he's playing Final Fantasy 16 and The Witcher Blood and Wine DLC, which I think he's just finished. Plus he also plays various other games when they come out. He did play he tries to play Gollum, and didn't enjoy it one little bit, so he stopped playing that. He's played various games over it. It's well worth giving him a look. He is probably the funniest YouTuber I know. He's a laugh all round. The reason I do this in the mornings is simply because I'm freshest in the morning. By evening, I'll probably, I mean, I do go online, I do go on Fallout 76 and play. Yeah, we're okay with fast travel. I do go on to Fallout 6 and play. Oh, for God's sake! I'm sorry about this today. I'm just not thinking. I was explaining earlier. It's been a hard week this week. I've had several health issues and tired most of the time, so I'm not exactly with it. I'll probably improve tomorrow, but by then I'll sort of move on to something else. Yeah, I mean, I forgot what I was going to say anyway. It doesn't matter. Let's go and see if we can find out what our next quest is. That's no good. Miscellaneous. I don't know what that quest we just did was obviously a build up to something else. So what was it? don't think there's anything there. I'm sure I'll pick it up, I'll follow it later on. I keep asking whether anyone wants me to play any more games on one, because Sam gets by doing varying his games. I mean, up until recently he's been playing a lot of different games. He played Dead Island 2, which was quite good, and various other games. Oh. That's a shame Dave's not here, because he was going on about this earlier on. I'm going to play this one. Right, I realise I've completely lost track of what we were saying. Oh, yeah, saying about you when you get up in the morning. Yeah. And I was saying why I don't stream in the evenings. By that time, I'm just usually too tired. So
Hello? Is that a customer?
one day I probably will.
Welcome, my valued
Maybe I've had about
guest.
6 days straight sleep.
Were you going to purchase a ticket for the Tunnel of Love? Well, that's too bad. I'm afraid the ride is out of commission. What a kind soul you are. You will be rewarded greatly for your chivalrous endeavors. Don't worry, I'll be with you in spirit. And over the conveniently placed speakers.
I must admit, I admire a lot of streamers.
My brave companion, enter the tunnel and race.
There's quite a few that play Elden Ring, Dark Souls games, and they play them for hours on end. Oh, got some help here. And these are a dog barking. Oh, not again. I'll keep doing that. I don't know, I think it was on here. I'm not entirely sure. There is a dog next door, but he's not out at the moment, so I don't know who that was barking. We've got a little, I don't know what type of dog it is. We've got a little dog living in the flat downstairs. And he's like, we've got 3 flats here, and he's like a communal dog basically. Everyone plays with him. He yaps quite a bit, so it might be him, but I don't think so. I haven't heard him since.
Great work. Let's repair the track next.
Somebody shot me. Where are we looking? Not down this way. Not quite sure about this one. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. This is a repair track, but everyone's there before me. Just follow everybody else, basically.
Great. But if only there was someone for me to enjoy it with. So beautiful. If I had just
Done. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? How very peculiar. Okay, you stop doing that now. I sort of get the idea of what we're supposed to do, but everyone's just a bit too quick for me there. Right, let's go and see if we can't get out of here now. Go this way. This way. This way. That way? I don't know. Got to be a door somewhere. Oh, don't claim what we need to claim, won't we? Mole rats, lovely. That's another out there. Be back this way then. Right. That music is awful. Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably get more viewers if I were to stream late at night or in the evenings, but I mean, I'm married as well. My wife does like to see something of me occasionally. And damn it, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm 62, I mean, really, sometimes it's just nice just to relax in the evening, it really is. Oh, not again, somebody's dropped another bomb. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I heard that awful scratching noise. Do I do that? Yeah, I was saying earlier, I've probably mentioned it before, and I'll probably mention it again, and I'm sorry if I'm getting a bit boring about it, but I've got kidney disease as well, which means I'm tired a lot of the time. My kidneys are not functioning, they're not getting rid of all the waste and so on. So yeah, that doesn't help. My wife's got diabetes, so she's pretty much tired all the time, and the computer that I play on is in our bedroom, as you probably gathered. So when she's asleep, I can't play, and that's usually in the evenings. She does work after that. She works full time, Because among other things, I had a stroke a few years back, and she said she didn't want me working full time anymore. So she works full time and I work part time at a local supermarket. Roughly, for any Americans or whatever, my place I work is roughly equivalent to Walmart. In fact, it used to be owned by Walmart at one time. And we've got to see, bad thing. And again, do a bit of advertising. If you couldn't see that, it's Asda is the company I work for. They're a big name in the supermarket business in the UK. Right, let's get this. Oh, not again. I exploded this time. The moral of this story is: do not go straight into a blast zone without any protection on. Now, the question is, do I want to go back for all the junk or not? And I think the answer is probably no. All I was trying to do was try going in with the armour. Seems to do the trick to a certain degree, then you lose a lot of your ability to carry large quantities. Yes, and this is another reason why I don't really play long hours. I mean, after a little while I get so, my brain just literally refuses to cooperate. The stroke was, to give you some idea, there's a bit area of the brain which is basically in the back, lower part of the brain, and it's mainly concerned with balance. I have no balance whatsoever. I had to use a mobility scooter because walking, I can walk, my legs aren't that brilliant, I can walk, but basically there's a good chance that I'm going to fall over just instantly without any warning because the balance is gone. But also it means that I have to work twice as hard at anything cerebral, anything to do with thought, than other people would. Having said that, I've always been fairly quick-witted and intelligent, so it doesn't mean that that's gone. I'm still fairly coherent most of the time, but you've probably noticed when I'm playing a game, when I'm on the stream, gradually my speech deteriorates over time, unfortunately. Excuse me, what was he knowing now? So yeah, I mean, if it seems like I'm a bit incoherent, it's probably because I am, basically. It's unfortunate that it's like, because this is this is probably the main reason why I can't stream for longer than, I think about 3 hours is my record so far. Because after a little while I just simply can't make my mind and my sort of coordinate with my body, and I end up starting forgetting what I'm saying, losing track of the sentence I was saying, so on. All this sounds like excuses. It's not. I really don't want to make excuses. I'm not that kind of person. I mean, at the end of the day, I will carry on doing what I'm doing all the time I can. But I do feel sometimes that you guys should know that I feel I need to justify myself all the time, and I know I shouldn't really, but I feel I need to justify myself all the time by explaining why it is that I can't do what I should be doing. Over there, something. mean, I was quite lucky. When I first had the stroke, I could barely actually make a sandwich. Trying to spread butter on a sandwich was a nightmare. And even now, sometimes I'm doing something manual, and it goes to pot. To be honest, my company, Asda, the one I work for, they're very good. They are. I used to work as a driver. I was delivering as a driver. Where's the stash box? Okay, there's a stash box here somewhere, I know there is. Yeah, I used to work as a driver, and then obviously I couldn't do that, so they moved me inside to work on frozen food section. And then when I couldn't do that anymore because I couldn't basically stand up for 4 hours, 5 hours at a stretch, they moved me on to the tills. So I'll work on the tills now. It's not a bad job actually. I get to chat to a lot of people, which as you can gather is a favourite way of spending my time. I'm looking somewhere around here. I know there is a stash box. One underway. No, well, vehicle. Yeah, so generally they made a really good job. I mean, I've been there 5 years now. I do 3 days a week, 4 hours one day, 4 hours another, and 6.5. So I do about 14.5 hours. But it helps to pay for all this. I mean, as you can imagine, this hobby is not cheap. Ah, there it is. I know there's a stash box there somewhere. This hobby is by no means cheap. So. Still way overcovered. I'm going to have to walk out of the blast zone. So where's the nearest blast zone exit? Go east. Sorry, west. East, southeast, northeast, west. That way. Come on, what are you doing, Rainer? Go over the second name there if you're listening. Never mind. Doesn't take a lot to find it. Right, it seems not to be inside the blast zone anymore. Yeah, we're out of there. So I'm going to take advantage of it to come up with power armour, which ironically gives me more carry weight. Sorry, let's have a read. Thanks for that. Sorry, yeah, I don't really think I need to justify myself. I just feel that if someone comes new to the stream, they're going to think, you know, what is this idiot doing? You know, is he something wrong with it? Well, I'm just trying to explain, yes, there is something wrong with me, and no, I can't always be as coherent as I'd like to be. And so today's a good day actually. I'm yapping like nobody's business. I had a little message on Facebook regarding my granddaughter. No names, obviously, because you know, she's basically only 5 years old, bless her. She got her first school report yesterday, and apparently she's one of the brightest kids in the year. So yeah, she's chip off the old block there. My family are all fairly intelligent people. Yeah, really, 3 figures a month. I get what I tend to do, and I don't know if it will help you or not, is I tend to ring up my provider for internet, and we have internet, broadband, TV package and phone package, and I ring them up every year and I say, right, you know, the bill's getting a bit high, I'm thinking about leaving, what you're going to do for me, and 9 times out of 10 they bring the bill down. As an example, we were using Netflix through my son's account, because you used to be able to share accounts across houses, and you know, they were great with that. And then all of a sudden they said, no, you can't do that anymore. So we had to come off Netflix, and my wife wanted to get Netflix. Well, the provider that I'm with suddenly put the bill up by £10. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars. Anyway, so we put the bill up by £10. So I rang him, I said, look, we can't afford that. And also, my wife wanted Netflix back because she likes watching the romantic, girly films. Fair enough, you know, she works hard. So I rang him up and said, look, we can't afford that. So they knocked the bill back down to its old level again, which made sure that I've got enough money to get Netflix through them as well. And Netflix is diabolically expensive. They tried to charge me $15.99 for their full package straight away. So I knocked it straight down to their medium package, which only gives you HD. You don't get 4K. You have to pay for 4K, you have to pay extra. So yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from, so it really is. By the way, my name's Phil, if anyone doesn't know, so please feel free to call me Phil. It's not a problem to me. And if you want to tell me your first names, that's fine, I'm quite happy with that, or I can call you by your handles, it's no problem. Right, oh, someone's completed a quest, well done. Right, now I need to get...
Just thinking about you.
Oh, she's thinking about me. I need to get some Radaway quick, because I've got about
imagine that I would share a home with
70.
somebody.
I think I'm gonna have to do a run, just picking up junk and so on, which I'll do offline because you don't want to watch that. So is there anything on there? I think probably the best thing I can do while I'm here is to repair me guns. Oh, just take the potatoes off there. That came back quick. So let's go and have a look at what needs repairing, if anything. I tried to do interesting streams. Some of them are interesting, some of them are really boring. Oh, what's that one? No, I don't think so, Summer. Never been into bows. Cold shoulder, I'm still keeping that. Yeah, I'm keeping that. I'm not even checking. I'm supposed to be checking whether these are in good condition or not. That one is. That more or less is. That one more or less is. That one could do with a repair. See if I can do it as a workbench. Yep, no problem. That's all done. I've got a perk card which allows me to, I think, repair guns up to about 130% or something like ridiculous like that. This one really needs a repair. Thank God I've got enough stuff to do that. And I've got a feeling we haven't used that one, so that's okay. Let's go and check the armour.
Another pain-free day with a clear mind.
I mean, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to be able to do this 8 hours a day, if I could do it. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. For all sorts of reasons, including health. I could do a repair. Let's see if I can do repairs. Do I really need to? I don't know, they're in fairly good condition.
Oh, well then it's just
Yeah.
a mystery then.
I'll leave it for now. I don't need to do anything with that. The only reason I need that is because that's the armour that you made for me, which is required for carry weight. Right, craft some items. Go 4, 5. There's quite a bit of that. Oh, the trader's here. For some reason my turrets always shoot at the trader. Yeah, I was reflecting this morning. There was somebody was talking on, I don't know where it was. Somebody was saying about capitalism. One of the Generation Z people were talking about capitalism. What did I do there? Didn't want that. And saying that, oh, we shouldn't have to work for a living and all this sort of thing, as they tend to do for some reason, I don't know why. And I was just reflecting that capitalism is a bit of a double-edged sword in that you do have to work for what you want, but I would much rather be in those circumstances and being able to choose what I want to do with the money than to work in a communist society where that's chosen for you by the state. I mean, you get what you like and you're happy with it. The person that I remembered it, and the person that I was watching was making a strange argument, which was I shouldn't have to work. Why should I work 8 hours a day when? And the argument presumably was, if I can get benefits, I'll get benefits. And I thought, okay, yeah, that's a good point. I would love to sit at home and do nothing for 8 hours, but the point is, it doesn't really do you any good. This is all getting very philosophical, isn't it? I was off for 4 years when my wife decided that she didn't want me to work anymore. She wanted me to finish work completely, which I did for 4 years. And at the end of the day, I was climbing the walls. I was literally so bored out of my skull with just watching daytime TV and so on. So I don't think that being able to not work is a thing that would be for me. And certainly not for a young person. I mean, what I would say to them is, if you haven't got any money, then how are you supposed to enjoy yourself? I don't know. It's a difficult situation. It is quite a popular hobby at knocking Generation Z at the moment. There's a lot of good ones out there still. But on the other hand, there's also a lot of wasters. So there you go. Yeah, on the other hand, you do see a lot of Generation Z that are decent people. I mean, it's like there's all this talk about racism and sexism at the moment. I work in a place where that is not tolerated, and rightly so. You're not allowed to do anything derogatory to people. I deal with people of different skin colour. I deal with people who are trans. There are a lot of people who come in, persons wearing dresses who were born male, let's put it that way. You get a lot of lesbian couples, gay couples coming in, and I will talk to anyone. I will respect anyone who respects me. It's as simple as that. But that doesn't seem to be good enough for some members of Generation Z. They seem to think you should respect everyone unconditionally and not get that back. Well, sorry, but that's the way it works. If you respect me, I respect you. There's a lot of people saying, oh, black people are wasters and all this sort of thing. It's just simply not true. You've got good and bad in any group. In fact, quite a few of the people who go through my till, who are different skin colours, very smartly dressed, drive nice cars, chat to you quite happily about their life, and they're just doing what everyone else does, trying to bring their kids up. And yes, you've got the complete wasters, but then the same goes for white people. But yeah, I mean, it does seem like some of the... I seem to remember, like you're saying, you're in the USA, so perhaps you're not familiar with what it's like over here. We have a thing called being on benefits, and what being on benefits means is you've managed to somehow get a diagnosis of some form of illness, which means that you can be permanently on benefits all the time. The usual ones are arthritis, lately ADHD and so on. And what happens is you go through a process where you have to apply for the benefit. And I'm not playing much game in here, I'm waffling now, it's too late. To go on the benefit, you have to first of all apply for it. Then you have to go through an interview phase where they decide whether they're going to do it or not. And if they decide no, then you've got to do something else. Or appeal, and if you appeal, you've got to go through a lot of other phases, and eventually you get put on benefits permanently. and that so far is the state of play. If you can get on benefits permanently, which a lot of people do, I think it's about 30% of the population now are actually on benefits, then you don't have to work. In fact, you can't work if you're on benefits, they won't allow it. But lately as well, we've got a lot of, like yourselves, a nice contentious issue. There's a lot of immigration, and a lot of people are very unhappy about that as well. That people are coming into the country who are getting paid benefits who've never really paid into the system whatsoever. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people in this country are very unhappy that for instance, we get a lot of people coming from Ukraine, Albania, Poland, most of Europe in fact, and they're not what I would call, this is a difficult one, they're not what I would call refugees. They just seem to be financial refugees where they've heard that the benefits in this country are so easy to get hold of. They just come across in boats. They pay people to bring them across in boats. They get rid of all their documentation before they get here, so they can't say where they came from, and then end up being on benefits, and that upsets a lot of people in this country, and it has to be said, I am one of those people. Yeah, I think you're pretty much right about the disability thing. I think there is, I think you can work up to 16 hours a week in this country if you're on benefits, without losing your benefits. But that's if you've got, if you're ill. I think if you're seriously ill and you're working, then I don't know what situation. I'm not. I could go down that route with all the problems that I've got. I'd definitely go down that route if I tried, but it's too much hassle for me. I can earn a good few £100 every month just by doing 14.5 hours work, and it is quite good pay. The wife earns most of the money to pay the bills, and ours is for the extras. So I don't want to go down that route unless I really have to. So there you go. Oh no, sorry, no, I quite agree with you. There's a lot of people in this country do the same thing. I mean, if you saw some of the people who are claiming benefits because they're ill. I know of one family where the entire family is on benefits, and that's him, her, and 3 kids, and they've never worked a day in their lives. And I mean, the girl is related to me, so I can't say too much. But the girl went off on holiday recently with her mum, and she went to Tenerife, and she's supposed to be poor on benefits. You know, you just wonder what. It's a difficult one. It's easy to moan, but you really dredged up a can of worms here. It's easy to moan, and it does seem unfair when people who are not earning anything for various reasons, and you know they're not that ill, are getting holidays and so forth. It's not easy, and they run a car as well, which I can't afford to do. And this is why a lot of people are resentful in this country, because there's a lot of people, British-born people, who are doing the same thing. So yeah, it's not all immigration, but immigration is not helping. Let's put it that way. What's that? Did I kill that? Oh. Right. Having said all that, and I've probably lost a lot of any chance of any followers now, because there'll be a lot of people who think I'm too conservative, and I am a bit conservative. I'm 62 years old. You're always conservative when you get to 60s. In the USA, that's probably saying that I'm a MAGA person, or I'm Trump supporter or something like that. I don't agree with everything that's done, but there again, I don't agree with a lot. I'm getting into political areas I don't really want to be in at the moment. I've tried to steer clear of those which just come up today, so I think best we leave it there. If anyone's upset by what I'm saying, please feel free to let me know, and I'll just, you know, if you want to leave and not watch the channel, that's entirely up to you. You're okay. It's just one of those days where I've been thinking a lot. One thing about being with the wife being at work all the time and me being on my own, I get a hell of a lot of chance to think about things. And sometimes Just need to sound off and get them out of the system. Right, I think I'm going to call it quits there because I've been going quite some time now. It's now getting for one more watch to go in 20 minutes. I don't mind her coming home to me streaming, but not something I want to see every day. She comes, like, she works hard, she should come home and just find someone to talk to, basically. So I want to give the rest of this. See what I mean about being coherent? The words just won't come sometimes. I'm going to stop streaming this now, and once again, if anyone's listened to this and think, well, it's not for me, well, I'm sorry, but that's the way I am. So basically, I'm not changing. So I'll talk to you again soon. Hopefully I should be on tomorrow, and maybe we'll do something more interesting next time. So thanks for watching for now, and hopefully you might join me again.